Job paper today, evening post, paper.
Welcome to Ask the Experts. My name is Josie Hill, and while I'm usually on the other side of the camera, today my colleagues and I at the Lancashire Evening Post will be turning the camera on ourselves and telling you a bit about what we do. The community should be at the heart of every local newspaper, and the award-winning Lancashire Evening Post is the perfect example. We rely on our readers to tell us what's bothering them, what they like and don't like about the places in which they live, and how they would like us to help them improve their lives. They want us to campaign on their behalf and give them a voice so they can get their opinions heard. There are times when they want us to fight their battles for them, against unfairness or injustice, and we need to be there for them. We tell our readers what's going on in their communities, around the city and across the county, while also making sure that they are aware of the important things happening nationally and internationally. So we thought you might like to know more about how the whole process works, from how we go about getting the news that goes in the paper and online every day, to what makes a good news story and what doesn't, who's who and how to get in touch. And while the newspaper is still printed 6 days a week, the website is available 24/7 with stories going online at regular intervals both day and night.
A big part of a reporter's job is finding stories, which we have to do every day. There are various ways that you can do this. We do regular calls to emergency services such as the police and fire brigade about once an hour to find out if anything's been happening in the Preston area. Other than that, we have a diary which we go to every day where we'll have a list of events that reporters will perhaps attend, such as what's happening at court, what's happening at council and things we know about. Another way of getting stories is quite often when people just ring up and tell us things. That could be a press officer or that could be a member of the public. And quite often just using your eyes and your ears when you're out and about is a great way to get stories you didn't expect.
Thanks very much for that. Bye. Right, what makes a good news story? Well, obviously things like major incidents and unfortunately when people die, that makes news. Whether it's a good story or a bad story, it's a fact that things like that do go in the newspaper. But it's not just bad news like deaths and the credit crunch and accidents, because we do also like quirky stories, like for example I can think of when a llama escaped in a local school and we went down and we got photographs, and you know it's not the usual thing that you would have, you know, a llama escaping from somewhere and running around a school playground. And then I also do the Weird World page, so I get stories like misshapen fruit, like there was a guy that had an apple and it looks like a little bird, like a little chick. So we do like quirky stories like that as well as the bad news. A good test to see if you know, we'd be interested in a story is to think about if you were down the pub with your mates, would you bother to tell them this story? Would they be interested? Would it raise a few laughs? Is it something a bit different, a bit more unusual? So anyway, now here's Ben to tell us about what wouldn't make a news story.
Sorry?
Well, what doesn't make a news story, I suppose, is we get a lot of people inquiring with things that are not to do with Lancashire, and we're particularly interested in central Lancashire, obviously Preston. So it's from different areas. We can't really usually do anything with it. Also, there's an awful lot of charity events and cheque presentations and stuff, and we get inundated with them. So unless there's something different or interesting going on with it, they can get lost. So it's always a good idea to do something quirky or different with the event.
It might be useful to know who's the best person in the office to send your information to. If you've got an item you think might make a news story, you can send it over to our news desk. If you've got something that you think might be useful for our features department, for use in one of the supplements, ask to speak to somebody at the features desk. Anything for the back page, contact the sports department. And if you want to have your picture taken for the paper, speak to our picture desk. To get in touch with the Evening Post, you can ring our contact number, which is 01772 254 841, and switchboard will put you through to the right person. Or if you prefer to send us some information by email, it's lep.newsdesk@lep.co.uk.
I hope this short video has given you a good idea of how the Lancashire Evening Post newspaper and website are produced, and how the whole point of their existence is to serve you, the community. We do our best to offer you a number of ways to have your say, so visit the community and Your Say pages online to see how you can get involved in other ways. If you have any questions about this video or would like to find out how you can get involved, contact me, Josie, on 01772 838 104 or by email josie.hill@lep.co.uk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Peppa, pose. Thank you. Bye.